Yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Steve Ogunleye. I'm here to present to you the continuation of our lecture of yesterday. Yesterday, we discussed the theoretical part of the lecture on insights of data science. Today, we are moving ahead and we are trying to include more so that you'll be able to gain more insights of how data science is used when hard programming language is applied. Now, I would like to share my screen with everyone so that you'll be able to see what I've prepared ahead of this class. Our today is centered around data navigation, input, and output with applications in data science. Descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics, in the broad sense of the term, is a branch of statistics aiming at summarizing, describing, and presenting a series of values or a data set. Descriptive statistics is often the first step and an important part in any statistical analysis. As you all know, all surveys must include descriptive statistics. In fact, it should be the first statistics to be reported. It allows to check the quality of the data, and it helps to understand the data by having a clear overview of it. If well presented, descriptive statistics is already a good starting point for further analysis. Anytime that you get a new data set to look at, one of the first tasks that comes to your mind is to find ways of summarizing data in a compact, easily understood fashion. This is what descriptive statistics, as opposed to inference statistics, is all about. In fact, to many people, the term statistics is synonymous with data science. I think we have discussed this yesterday. Here, we shall be dealing with some basic descriptive statistics, such as measure of central tendency, mid-mode, and median, measure of variability, range, variance, standard deviation, etc., and some other important measures, which shall completely exclude graphical representation of data that shall be dealt with under data graphic and visualization. Now we pick the first measure of central tendency. Drawing pictures of the data is an excellent way to convey the gist of what the data is trying to tell you. It's often extremely useful to try to condense the data into a few simple summary statistics. In this way, condense means you summarize data. That is the meaning of condense in statistics. In most situations, the first thing that you will want to calculate is a measure of central tendency. That is, you would like to know something about the average or middle of your data. These are the two most commonly used measures under central tendency, measure of location. Sometimes we include mode to make them become three measures under this subheading. I will explain each of these in turn and then discuss each of them as useful. We pick the mean. The mean of data sets is just a normal old-fashioned average. You add the values up and divide it by the total number of values you have. That is called arithmetic mean anyway. Usually call it mean. Let me give you an example. We start from the example 1. The ages of 5 men are 66, 35, 43, 48, and 32. If somebody asks you, what is the average age? If you want to do it manually in your system, you will type average is equal to, then open the brackets. we type 66 plus 35 plus 43 plus 48 plus 32, then close the bracket. At the back, put /5. Then the next thing is that you print average. The command print is used to get your answer from the R console, from the R script. But in the first instance, before I go deep into what you want to do now in terms of R, I would like everybody to open your system. When you open your system, open your R. When you open your R, yesterday I've shown you the platform, how R look like. Though we have 5 different platforms of R. And I've told you we are going to make use of R script. We have 5 different platforms of R. We have R script, the same thing as R console. We have R Swift. We have R Commander. We have R Markdown. And also we have R Studio. These are the 5 different platforms of R. So in this case, I would advise to be on the same page with me, that you open your R console. After that, bring your cursor to the upper left edge. You will see File. You see a name tag File. Click on File. When you click on File, then you scroll down a little bit. You will see New Scripts. Click on New Scripts. So the new script will display when you click New Scripts. So that new script is tagged R Editor. Whereas the one you have opened before is tagged R Console. So you'll be typing this code, this command, inside the new script you have opened. And you'll be typing Ctrl R to run any code. Anytime I ask you to run a code, what I mean is that put your cursor either at the beginning of that code, or at the middle, or at the end of that code. Then you press Ctrl R. When you press Ctrl R, the results will appear in the next, in the opposite, in the next R console platform. You know now that you'll be having 2 platforms now. One will be named R console. The one you open that is new will be named R editor. That editor is what we call scripts, because it is a script now. It is what you want to use as your own notes. So inside that script, you will now type average is equal to open bracket 66 plus 35 plus 43 plus 48 plus 32 close bracket, then /5. After doing that, the next thing is that you type print average. So when you type print average, the answer will display for you in the R console. And the answer is supposed to be 44.8. Note, if we are to use inbuilt function to calculate the average, then follow the following procedures. Let me tell you the procedure I used previous. Let me show it to you again. This procedure here, you are looking at on the screen. It is not the inbuilt procedure. It is just a manual procedure, because I told you earlier that if you want to find the mean, you just add up the values and we divide it by the number, that is by the frequency of the values you added up. So what I'm doing here now on the screen here is just the, you can see it. What I'm doing here on the screen here is just the procedure manual procedure. So if we don't want to use manual procedure, whereas it is still advisable to know much about manual, because by the time you get to advanced stage, you'll be writing some manual code yourself. So that's why I try to display the manual procedure in this place. So if you don't want to use a manual procedure and you want to find the mean, you want R programming, R package to give you the answer to the mean. What you just do is that you type in, you represent the values by AVE, half, is equal to C bracket 66, 35, 43, 48, 32, close the bracket. The meaning of that C at the back is a command, and that C means concatenate. So it is very important for you to have that C with it. Excuse me, let me check the message. Somebody. Okay. Okay. Somebody is saying error message returned. Objects not found. So where are you? Are you on slide 10 or slide 9? Which slides are you? Which slide are you? Let me know. Let me know the slides so that I'll be able to attend to that your question you have asked me. Slide 9. Okay, that's good. Let me go on to slide 9 and try to explain to you. Good. That slide 9, you know, as I told you earlier, you are going to type in average is equal to, oh, sorry, you have to put that C at the back. Sorry, put C at the back. I will adjust my notes a little bit. You put that small C at the back because it's like you are entering this figure into R. So you put that small C at the back of the brackets. C brackets 66 plus 35 plus 43 plus 48 plus 32, close bracket, and slash 5. So run that. I'm sure that one will give you error-free message. So please run that and let me hear feedback from you before I proceed, because I want everybody to be carried along. I want to try to carry everybody along. So please run that. Whose right average is equal to small letter C. That small letter C stands for, the meaning is concatenate. Okay, yes. Thank you. Somebody else said it worked. Yeah. Mr. Christopher, please put that small letter C at the back of the brackets. Put small letter C at the back. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. Yeah, thank you. So I think you have gotten it now, so we can continue. Can we continue? Okay. Did you get the answer? So did you get the answer? So if you put that small letter C at the back, so take your time very well, Mr. Christopher, take your time very well, and try to, that C must be small letter C. That C must be small letter. It must not be capital letter. If you write this in capital letter, it will give you error. So that C must be small letter. Please take note very well. And let me read your feedback. That C must be small letter. Let me read your feedback, please. Okay. Yes. So this one must work. This one must work. Yes. So that one must work. So it must work like that, because what I'm saying here is what I've said. Oh, you press Control R. Control R. So press Control R to run it. Control R is used to run your code, and the answer will appear in the R console. You run the code, you type the code inside R scripts, and your answer will appear in R console. Mr. Christopher, are you still with me? Let me read from you.
Actually, I typed the script. I typed the code into the script. Quite all right. And this, I use a small letter C, and yet I'm still getting that error message.
Okay.
It's exactly as you instructed, sir.
You shouldn't be getting that error message. Are you sure because this what you type for me is correct. This code is correct. The way I'm saying this code is correct. The code is very, very correct.
Maybe I share my screen. You'll see exactly what I'm going through.
Probably.
Okay. No need to distract the class. Let's continue.
Please, I will attend to you personally after the class.
Okay. All right, sir.
Because what you type here is very, very correct. Your code is correct. You put that small letter C at the back, so your code should be correct. Okay. Anyway, don't worry. Leave that one apart. Let's move fire. I will go back and try to attend to you after the class. Let's move fire to the next class, to the next page. So see the next page. See this next page here. Please put this thing into practice. This next page, you will see that I have AVE is equal to small letter C, comma, 35, 43, 48, then 32. Then run that one. When you run it, anytime you see me putting something at the middle of the slide like this, that is a code. Anytime you see I put something at the middle like this, that is a code. That is not a note. Anytime I use hash, that means I want to write notes. So please put this into practice. Let me hear from you. If you type it in that way, AVE is equal to C, bracket 66, bracket 35, bracket 43, 48, then comma, 32, then close the brackets, then now write me. That me must be small letter. Everything must be small letters. Me, AVE. Run that code too. So you must get the answer to be 44.8. So now let me go to example 2. Example 2. Let me go to example 2. My example 2 is that what if we collect the ages of 5 university students as follows: 22, 18, 19, 23, 20. So, and we are asked to calculate the mean of those things. So somebody is telling me that she received error in mean default, AVE argument. Let me see your code. 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 So if you share your code with me, if you type what I type on the screen, it must not give you error. So what I type on the screen, if you type the same thing, you will not see error. So I have the assurance like that. Let me go back again to that slide so I'll be able to see what I'm saying. So type this thing to your code, to your R script. You have AVE. The AVE is not a command, it's users defined word. So you can change the AVE to anything you want. You can change it to average. In fact, you can change the AVE to ordinary A. In fact, you can change the AVE to age. In fact, you can change the AVE to anything you want. You can change it to Y is equal to C. That C must be small letter. That C means concatenate. Bracket 66, 35, 43, 48, 52, bracket close. Then you now say me of whatever you have put at the top. Maybe you have put H. You put me, bracket H, you run it. Answer must come out. And that answer must be 44.8. So I'm sure you're on the same page. So please, can we move on? I want to hear your message. Can we move on, please? So now, example 2. What if we are asked to we collect? Okay, let me read these charts briefly. Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, work now. Yes, move on. Okay, thank you. Thank you. People say it has worked and we have to move on. So you can see the data. So, and we want to calculate the average age of this student using R engine. By using R engine, we need to follow the following code. And our code here, see our code. I said we should let let age represent all the figures such that age is equal to C, bracket 22, 18, 19, 20, and 23. You put them in brackets, use comma to separate them. So thereafter, we shall run the following code again, me of age. So you can see the answer. So please cross-check yours with mine. So I think we can move on. Now, everything we have been doing is arithmetic mean. Therefore, to compute harmonic mean, geometric mean, we need to install the following package. You see, R allows to use mean to function as arithmetic mean. But if you want to get harmonic mean, you want to know geometric mean, those commands are embedded inside a particular package, which you must install into your R. So now we would like to disfagin your R. The R you have installed your computer is a fagin land. So we have to disfagin that R so that we'll be able to proceed with the next command. So run the following code. Ensure you connect your system with the internet so that the package you are about to run will function and give accurate results. So please make sure you connect your computer with internet before you run the following code. Now, as I've said, there is no way you can find harmonic mean or geometric mean in R. You must first of all install a particular package. So when we run the following code below, A platform known as Crown Mirror will appear. Let me read this message. Somebody is telling me something here. Please, somebody is saying, please, has this slide been dropped on the group? I will drop it. Don't worry. I will drop the slides. I will drop the slides. So after the class, I'll drop the slides. After the class. So sorry, I did not drop it before the class. I'll drop it after the class. Sorry about that. So I will drop it after the class. So sorry about it that I did not give you before the class. So now we quickly want to run the code. So what I'm saying is that you will see by the time you run this code, please listen very well. A platform known as Crown Mirror will appear for you. So you now try to go down within that Crown Mirror. You go down, you will select the mirror called UK Bristol. So because UK Bristol, we assume is close to Nigeria than any other country. The first thing you see is Australia, Denmark, and all this stuff. So, but the one I used to use is UK Bristol. Then the code will start downloading until it's so successfully downloaded. So add the code below. Just type the code on your screen into your R console, R script, and press Ctrl R. It will start the process of what explained above. So now I will give you the code now. The code now is install.packages, tools. You put the apostrophe, the apostrophe must be put there when you are typing it. So, and you run it. So by the time you run this code, it will take you to where you select Crown Mirror. When you get to that stage, make sure the computer is connected with internet. Otherwise, it will not function. So it must take you to where you take the Crown Mirror. You will now scroll down and pick UK Bristol. After picking that, you click OK. Then it will start downloading. So when the download is complete, so you will now, after installation, you will now recall the following package also. Following library. So you have just press Ctrl R again for the following code below after above and code has been installed successfully in your phone. So your computer. So the next thing is that you press library, open and close bracket, desk tools. So when you press library, you run it. So it must run. And after it must run, you go back to your AV. Then after that, you have your HME if. When you press HME if, then the result will show to you. The answer should be 41.99489. That will be the answer. So if you want to get geometric mean as well, so you use the same way, GME if. So this will be the answer for you. I think you can see it. So the second method of analysis that people use a lot is the median. So we'll go to median in a couple of our next video. Thank you very much, and God bless you. So please, with that short